What are the major contributing factors of aging, and how can we slow the process down significantly?
Somewhat in these basic principles of nutritarian eating, it encompasses eating a diet high in nutrients. But one of the major factors that people don't recognize is even moderate amounts of fat on the body speed up the rate at which you age. Because if I take in an extra 200 calories a day, and by the way, it's about 3,500 calories a pound of body fat. So after 350 days, every extra 100 calories should put about 10 pounds on the body. So an extra 200 calories a day that I don't need would put about 20 pounds of weight on the body at the end of the year, you would think, but it doesn't happen. Because with excess calories you're consuming, the body tries not to put it on as fat, and it raises the metabolic rate. So it'll speed up the rate at which it's burning calories as you take in extra calories you don't need. And so only half the calories will come on as fat. So when you consume extra calories your body doesn't need, it increases your respiratory quotient, the amount of calories burned through breathing. It raises your body temperature. It increases your thyroid function. Your body sets into motion a series of biological events that try to burn off the calories, but you expend your stem cell and your telomeres because of that. When you increase the metabolic rate, you burn your furnace at a higher rate because of excess calories. Now you're aging at a faster rate. Now, if let's say I undershoot my calories over my metabolic needs by 100 calories a day, just eat a little less or skip dinner once in a while, or eat a lighter dinner or an earlier dinner, and I keep myself slim, and I'm talking about, a male should have a BMI below 22 and a female should have a BMI below 21 to have maximal health. Because fat on the body is pro-inflammatory tissue that spews out free radicals and cytokines and glycokines and make your immune system, interferes with the immune system function. It raises estrogen, increasing risk of breast and prostate cancer. Fat cells are pathologic. We shouldn't be having fattened humans. Right. We should be slim humans. We should see our abdominal musculature. Yeah. Nevertheless, what I'm saying right now is as I undershoot calories just a hair, my body's not going to lose weight because my body, through exercise, it's been told to maintain that degree of muscular strength and bone fitness. So my body will try not to lose weight as I restrict my calories just a bit. And it'll try not to lose weight by lowering the body temperature, by lowering thyroid function, by lowering the calories burned through breathing, the respiratory quotient. And in doing so, you'll slow the aging process. You'll stabilize stem cells and maintain telomere length. And you can see people aging backwards. I know that sounds ridiculous, hard to believe, but I could measure telomere length in people and explain to them that phytochemical exposure, high phytochemical exposure from a variety of particular vegetables and fruits and seeds, but particularly greens, regular exercise, and moderate caloric restriction, or eating a little less calories, has an effect to raise these longevity proteins like SIRT1 and AMP kinase that stabilize stem cells, maintain your telomere length, and otherwise slow down the aging process. And we could see, let's say if we're doing a telomere length test, we could see a person who's chronologically 50 years old, and we measure their test and it says they have the telomeres of a 60-year-old and they're only 50. Then we test them 3 months later after eating super healthy, and now they have the telomeres of a 60-year-old and they're 50. So they made them, now they have the telomeres of a 40-year-old and they're 50. Now they're 10, so we saw them actually age backwards by measuring the blood. And by the way, within the normal range of thyroid function, the normal range of T4, there's half the heart attacks and reduced rate of irregular heartbeat in the bottom half of thyroid function. So this idea that we're trying to raise thyroid, speed up our metabolic rate so we can eat more food and not get fat is totally backwards to the process of longevity. We don't want to speed up our thyroid. We want to keep our thyroid relatively slowed so we're aging slower. And if you have hypothyroidism and you need to take thyroid replacement hormone, you should not be taking so much that it pushes you into the higher range of normal. You should let your TSH be between 2 and 4 and not medicate yourself to a TSH between 1 and 2. You don't over-medicate because it can increase your risk at the rate of your age, because don't forget, your metabolism is the rate at which you're aging your body, and we want a slower metabolism. Contrary to what most people think, we want to be able to eat less food without losing weight. We want to eat as little as possible without getting too thin. We don't want to eat as much as possible without getting fat. People want to increase the metabolic rate so you can eat more food and not get fat. That's not the goal. The goal is to be able to eat less and not get thin, not to eat more and not get fat. And we don't desire extra food when we're eating right, by the way. Our hypothalamus, the apostat controller in the hypothalamus, feels satisfied when we're eating a diet so high in nutrients and fiber. So we're eating the amount of food we feel like we desire, and it also is the amount of food we require. There's no overweight, no obese, primitive humans or squirrels or monkeys or deer running around the woods. Their appestat is well controlled. They know exactly when they eat their natural foods, they eat the right amount of food, and they're all slim, muscular, and are all the right size.